Microsoft spent $13 billion funding the most dangerous company in the world, and that company just signed a deal with Amazon, leaked a memo calling Microsoft a liability, and walked away with its freedom. Microsoft didn't make a bad investment. Microsoft funded its own replacement, and it's still happening right now. To understand how this went wrong, you first need to understand the man at the center of it. Sam Altman is not a scientist. He's a deal maker. At Y Combinator, the accelerator that funded Airbnb, Dropbox, and Reddit, his entire job was walking into a room, making serious people believe something insane and leaving with their money. He was extraordinarily good at it. In 2015, he co-founded OpenAI with one pitch. We are going to build artificial general intelligence as a non-profit so that no single corporation controls the most powerful technology in history. No shareholders, no profit motive, just the future in the hands of humanity. That wasn't marketing copy. That was the actual charter. And people believed it, including some of the smartest engineers alive. For a moment, it actually worked. But AI training costs were doubling every 3.5 months. Elon Musk quit in 2018 after a power struggle, and the money was running dry. So Altman did what every idealist eventually does. He made a deal with money. In 2019, OpenAI created a for-profit arm, and Microsoft wrote the first big check, $1 billion in exchange for exclusive cloud access on Azure. The visionary lab got its engine. The sleepy software giant got its AI edge over Google. Nobody in the room thought to ask, what happens when the lab outgrows the deal? Stay with me, because that question just cost $357 billion in a single trading day. You remember 2023. You probably used ChatGPT at work and didn't tell your boss. Your boss used it and didn't tell you. Every LinkedIn post was, AI is going to change everything. Your dentist asked you about it. It felt like the internet being invented again. Except this time, one company had the exclusive deal with the people who built it. ChatGPT hit 100 million users within 2 months of launching. Faster than TikTok, faster than Instagram, faster than anything Silicon Valley had ever clocked. And Microsoft, sitting on that exclusive partnership, looked like the smartest organization on earth. The money poured in. Microsoft committed $10 billion in January 2023, right at peak hype. OpenAI's valuation went from $29 billion in early 2023 to $157 billion by late 2024 to, and this is not a typo, $500 billion by October 2025. Microsoft's stake, 27%, valued at $135 billion on paper. They turned $13 billion into $135 billion. Wall Street went absolutely feral. Microsoft's stock climbed from $235 to an all-time high of $555 by October 2025. If you had put $10,000 in the day the deal was announced, you walked out with over $23,000. Microsoft had been a punchline for a decade, the company that missed mobile, missed social, missed the future, and now it was king again. But here's the thing about kings. Everyone else is always plotting. November 17th, 2023. Sam Altman is at a Formula One race in Las Vegas. He gets called onto a video call with OpenAI's board. 4 minutes later, he is no longer the CEO of OpenAI. The board statement says, Altman was not consistently candid in his communications. Corporate speak for we think our CEO has been lying to us. 5 days of pure chaos follow. Satya Nadella goes on television and says Microsoft will hire Altman immediately. 747 of OpenAI's 770 employees sign a letter threatening to quit unless the board resigns. Even Ilya Sutskever, the co-founder who helped engineer the firing, signs it. Secret memos surface accusing Altman of a consistent pattern of lying. The board holds firm for 100 hours. Then it completely collapses. Altman reinstated. New board installed. Old board gone. The largest investor in OpenAI found out about the firing 10 minutes before the press release. Not in the boardroom, not on a phone call, 10 minutes before a press release. They stayed in anyway. Because the numbers were too good. Here's the thing about numbers. They tell you what happened, they never tell you why. And the why, in Microsoft's case, is 3 separate disasters arriving from 3 different directions. Layer 1, the bill nobody wanted to see. On January 28, 2026, Microsoft reported earnings that beat expectations on every line, and then investors got to the capital expenditure number. $190 billion in infrastructure spending for 2026 alone, capital expenditure meaning we are spending an enormous sum today and betting it pays off in years, which investors punish hard when interest rates are elevated. The stock dropped 10% the next morning. $357 billion in market value gone by noon. From $555 to $356 in 6 months. The market wasn't panicking about the AI strategy. It was panicking about the bill. Layer 2, the product nobody chose. For 2 years, Nadella called Copilot Microsoft's iPhone moment. It was on the desktop of 450 million users. So for 2 full years, Microsoft refused to disclose how many people were actually paying for it. When they finally revealed the number on their January 2026 earnings call, 15 million. A 3.3% conversion rate on their own installed base. Then Recon Analytics surveyed enterprise workers and found that when given a free choice, only 8% chose Copilot over ChatGPT or Gemini. Microsoft built its entire AI product on OpenAI's technology, and OpenAI's own product is beating it. The student is outselling the teacher in the teacher's classroom. Bad numbers are fixable. A partner that stops believing in you is not. Layer 3. The vibe shifted. And nobody at Microsoft noticed. The same public that called Altman a visionary in 2023 watched him get fired by his own co-founders for lying, rehired under pressure, and then sign a $100 billion deal with Amazon while Microsoft's lawyers were on hold. A leaked internal memo from OpenAI's revenue chief said the Microsoft partnership had limited our ability to meet enterprises where they are. OpenAI's internal view of Microsoft: a limitation, not a partner, a ceiling. On April 27, 2026, the legal paperwork caught up. Microsoft's exclusive license gone. The AGI clause, the contractual tripwire that gave OpenAI's board the sole power to declare AGI achieved and instantly cut Microsoft off from every model developed after that moment, with no appeal, no negotiation, no warning, deleted entirely. Replaced with a fixed date, 2032. OpenAI traded a nuclear option for a calendar entry. OpenAI didn't just renegotiate, it graduated. Sometime in late 2025, Satya Nadella made a decision he never announced. He took Mustafa Suleyman, the AI executive Microsoft paid $650 million to acquire, and moved him away from Copilot entirely, toward building Microsoft's own frontier AI models from scratch. You don't do that because things are going great. That move was an admission. Microsoft no longer trusts its most important partner to be its future. As of May 2026, quarterly revenue $82.89 billion. Net income $31.78 billion. Stock around $420. OpenAI stake worth $135 billion on paper. 3 new internal AI models quietly launched. On paper, everything is fine. On paper. Here is what this story is really about. And it's not just Microsoft. In the software industry, vendor lock-in means making a customer so dependent on your product that leaving becomes unthinkable. Microsoft invented that playbook in the 90s. Windows, Office, Exchange, an entire generation of companies captive, hundreds of billions made. In 2026, they got played by their own game. They funded OpenAI into a giant. They locked their entire future to one partner, and that partner, once big enough, didn't ask for permission. It just moved, signed with Amazon, let the memo leak, deleted the AGI clause like a footnote nobody would miss. If you've ever gone all in on one supplier, one platform, one relationship, and told yourself the numbers were too good to question, you already know how this ends. The company that once trapped the world in Windows is now the one who can't find the exit. Microsoft didn't lose an investment, it lost a partner. And the partner didn't walk away angry, it just graduated.